We've got the president of the London Centre of Policy, or London.
My feeling about it is we've lived through a period of roughly 9 years with what I would regard as a kind of irrational exuberance. And now we've...
Thank you, Dr. Greenspan.
That's right. I owe that to Dr. Greenspan. But, you know, I feel a little bit like I'm at a building and there's an elevator operator there. And I've been waiting a long time. Finally, the elevator operator comes and he says to me, I know you've been waiting a long time, but this elevator only goes up. And I said to him, oh, it's a salvationist elevator. That's a theological argument. That has nothing to do with engineering. And I feel that way about the market. Market doesn't always go up. And obviously, there are people who overlearn that lesson.
No, it's a very good point. Here's what worries me about that. We always think we can come up with something smarter in every incarnation that will shield us from market forces. In '87 was portfolio insurance. I guess after 9 or the big fall off in '08 and all that, it was these mortgage-backed derivatives that you could pool those and protect yourself. You can't. And I'm wondering whether this will be a little footnote after this, and we'll have another such event. I believe, at Terrence's point, that it's not the whole game, but it's an interesting sub-story to the game.
I think it is an interesting sub-story. I think Erin is exactly right. It represents a tiny portion of the market. It's very difficult to generalize.
So you want to join her in not coming back on this?
I think that's right. All right. I think that she's got it right. And my feeling is it is a relatively small portion of the market, and it's very difficult to generalize from it. My own feeling about it is, yes, it might accelerate it to some degree, but in the end, I think it has only a marginal effect.
Did we get a correction that would have been that watershed event that would have cleared the way for another leg to this rally?
4 or 5%, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. If you were to look at it, what is it, in the top 20, top 25?
Right.
I mean, the argument that I would make is that elevator is not a salvationist elevator. At some point, it comes down.
I see where you're going with this metaphor. Can you still see individuals, for example, continuing to buy stock in the numbers they were leading up to this?
I certainly can see that. I think, in fact, I would encourage that. Yeah. I think it makes an awful lot of sense, even for the small investor.
All right. There's very little data right now to indicate otherwise, so we'll see. But I like how you guys disagreed with me and made me feel a very scaredy cat in my positions here.